Last time, we looked at what Cursor costs. This time, the thing that decides what you actually get for it, how you ask. Here's the uncomfortable part. Give two engineers the same ticket, the same model, the same code base. One gets a clean diff on the first pass. The other spends 40 minutes correcting. Same tool, different prompt. So, 3 moves in this video. Writing the ask, managing what the agent knows, and thinking out loud with it before you let it build. Part 2 takes on interfaces, bugs, and your budget. Start with the highest leverage change you can make today, and Cursor's own guidance is blunt about it. Success rate improves significantly with detailed instructions. Look at these two. Add tests for auth.ts. That's a wish, not an instruction. The agent has to guess which cases matter, which framework you're on, whether mocks are acceptable here. Now, the specific version. Write a test case for auth.ts covering the logout edge case, using the patterns in the tests folder and avoiding mocks. Barely longer, but every guess has been removed. And notice what that good prompt is actually carrying, because you can reuse the shape. A target, what done looks like. A pattern, something that already exists to imitate. A boundary, what not to touch. And a check, how you'll know it worked. 4 parts. Drop the pattern and you get code that works but doesn't look like yours. Drop the check and you get confidence with no evidence behind it. So, your turn. You want the agent to add a settings page to a codebase it hasn't seen. 2 approaches. A, tag every file in the components folder so it definitely has everything it might need. B, describe the page, point at one existing page as the pattern, and let the agent go find the rest itself. Which one gets the better result? Have a think. It's B, and the reason is genuinely counterintuitive, so it's worth a minute. Cursor's guidance is to not manually tag every file. The agent greps and searches your codebase on demand, and it's good at it. Their engineering team measured a version of this. Loading tool descriptions dynamically instead of pushing all of them up front cut total agent tokens by 47%. Less context pulled when needed beat more context pushed up front. Cheaper, yes, but also better, because every irrelevant file you paste is one more chance for the agent to find something that contradicts what you actually want. So, here's the working rule. Use the @ symbol when you know exactly where something lives, a file, a folder, a doc, a terminal, a git diff. Skip it when you don't. That's a search, not a paste. And when you need history from an earlier conversation, use past chats to pull the one thread you need instead of repasting the whole thing. Which raises a fair objection. If you shouldn't paste the same context every session, where does the permanent stuff live? In rules. A markdown file under .cursor/rules, and the agent picks it up on its own. What goes in it? The things you'd tell someone on their first day. The build command, the test command, the one component that shows how we do forms here. There are 4 flavors, and the difference is just when they fire. Always apply for the handful of things that are true every single time, or give it a description and let the agent decide when it's relevant, or a glob, so a rule only wakes up when a matching file is in play, or manual, invoked by name when you want it. 2 rules about rules. Keep them short. The documented cap is 500 lines, and point at real files instead of pasting code into them. And write a rule only after you've watched the agent make the same mistake twice. A rule you wrote speculatively is just context you pay for forever. Now the big one, planning. Shift-Tab and you're in plan mode, where the agent does something different. It researches your codebase, asks you clarifying questions, and produces a reviewable plan before a single line gets written. There's evidence under this, not just taste. A University of Chicago study found experienced developers are more likely to plan before generating code. And here's the framing that makes it stick. Working out what to change is harder than making the change, so put your attention there where it's scarce. In practice, Plan Mode will stream a diagram straight into the plan so you can see the shape of the change before you own it. Save the plan into your workspace and it stops being a scratch pad. Your team can read it and a future agent can pick the work back up from it. And when the result misses the mark, don't patch forward, revert, sharpen the plan, run it again. Cursor's own guidance says that's usually faster and it's always cleaner. The most common mistake people make is asking for too large a change without planning it first. Plan Mode is also the cheapest thinking partner you have, and almost nobody uses it that way. Don't only ask for a plan, ask for options. Give me 3 ways to do this, the trade-off for each, and tell me which you'd pick and why. Now you're reviewing a decision instead of receiving one. 2 more moves in the same spirit. Ask it to draw the current architecture before you change anything. A diagram exposes structural problems that a wall of prose will hide from you. And for a genuinely hard problem, run agents in parallel, several models on the same task at once. Cursor's finding is that multiple models attempting the same problem and picking the best result significantly improves the output, especially on the hard ones, and it will judge the runs and recommend one for you. All 3 moves do the same thing. They make the agent externalize its reasoning early, while disagreeing with it is still cheap. Second one, you've just shipped a feature and the agent's been helpful the whole way. Next ticket is completely unrelated. Do you keep going in the same chat where it already knows the project, or start a new one? Your call. New chat. And this is the one people get wrong in both directions, so let's be precise. Long threads accumulate noise. After enough turns and summarizations, the context fills with work that no longer matters, and the agent gets distracted by it. But flip the situation. If you're iterating on the same feature or chasing a bug you introduced 20 minutes ago, stay exactly where you are. That context is worth money, and re-establishing it costs you. So the rule isn't about length, it's about relevance. New task, new thread. Same task, same thread. One more habit while we're here, and it's the cheapest of all of them. Watch the diff while it streams, and when the agent confidently starts doing the wrong thing, hit stop. Redirecting in 10 seconds beats reviewing 100 wrong lines. The faster the agent works, the more your review process matters.
So, 5 things to take with you. Be specific, target, pattern, boundary, check. Let the agent find its own context instead of pushing yours. Write a rule only after the second mistake. Decide before you build, and ask for options rather than answers. And keep 1 thread per task. None of that is about which model you picked. All of it is about how you asked. Thanks for watching.